have you build your foundation on sandy soil and not be firm and committed and stand fast on the rock of God. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that today. And I want to speak to you about something that I think affects the whole world and unfortunately affects part of our family. And I think it's one of the adversary's greatest tools of destruction, and that is contention. Even though and I have to tell you this, there are so many people in the world that have nobody to love them. When I got the containers for the candy, the lady at the cash register said, "Wow, you're getting a lot of these. What's going on?" And I said, "I've got a family reunion. Isn't it great?" And the lady ahead of me that was checking out said, "I can't remember the last time I got together with my family. I just miss that so much." And the lady checking out said, "That's the same way our family is. We never get together." Can you imagine that? As much love as we have here, but there are some people in the world that have no love. Nobody to love them, nobody to care about them. And we need to look at that as a blessing and a gift. But sometimes contention can get in there and erode those feelings of love. One of the easiest ways to identify as a true follower of Jesus Christ is how compassionately that person treats other people. The Savior made it clear in his sermons when he said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." He also said, "Whomever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn the other one also to him." And then the one, of course, that he gave, this admonition is probably the greatest challenge of all to all of us, is love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Before his death, the Savior commanded his 12 apostles to love one another. And he said, as he talked to them about this, "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another." The Savior's message is crystal clear. His true disciples build and lift and encourage and persuade and inspire, no matter how difficult the situation. True disciples of Jesus Christ are peacemakers. How we treat each other really, 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 really matters. Whether we are speaking to them at church or at home or at work or online, what we say really matters. Contention drives away the Spirit every single time, without exception. Contention reinforces the false notion that confrontation is the way to resolve conflict and differences, but it never is. Contention is a choice, and being a peacemaker is a choice. You have your agency to choose contention or reconciliation. I hope we can all choose to be peacemakers now and always. When we humble ourselves before our God and pray with all the energy of our hearts, God will grant us charity. Those blessed with this supernal gift are long-suffering and kind. They do not envy others and are not caught up in their own importance. They are not easily provoked and do not think evil of others. The pure love of Christ is the answer to contention, the contention that ails us today. Charity propels us to bear one another's burdens rather than heap burdens upon them. Let me say that to you again because it is so important. Charity propels us to bear one another's burdens, not heap burdens upon them. The pure love of Christ allows us to stand as a witness of God at all times and in all things and in all places, especially in tense situations. Charity allows us to demonstrate how men and women of Christ speak and act, especially under fire. These words are wonderful, and it is so nice to say we need to have peace in our homes all the time and no contention. But sometimes, no matter how hard we try, no matter how many times we say, "I'm not going to raise my voice," or get mad or yell, it seems impossible, that it's a task too big for us to overcome. So I want to change course on what I'm talking about for a minute and then hopefully tie this back together. What is the hardest mineral on Earth? Does anybody know?
Obsidian.
Netherite.
Bedrock.
Diamond. Over here. TT. A diamond. Okay. A diamond is 58 times harder than the next hardest mineral on the Earth, and it is the 10th hardest material in the world. The only thing that can scratch a diamond is another diamond. So if symbolically we are all diamonds, what is the thing that can scratch us? Other people. Each other. Think about that. The people we love the most, we are the things that can scratch them and damage them and hurt them. The hardness of a diamond is part of its usefulness, but its true value is the light that shines through it. A diamond does not start out polished. Listen, a diamond does not start out polished and shiny. It once was nothing special, but with pressure and time, it becomes spectacular. Adversity is the diamond dust heaven provides its jewels. We know we are counseled to be peacemakers and that we all face adversity. So when we have done what it feels like all we can do, where do we go to turn impossible into reality, contention into peace? We can look to God and expect help, even a miracle. What are some of the miracles that we know that have been performed by Jesus? We've been studying that all year. So what are some of the miracles you can think of in the Bible that tell us about Jesus? He turned water to wine. He had the blind man see, Kyson. He raised the dead.
Loaves and fishes.
Sadie, he walked on water. Who over here?
Loaves and fishes.
He turned the loaves and fishes, small loaves and fishes, to feed the multitude. John?
What's
The pool of Bethesda.
Yes. Pool of Bethesda. A man that was lame, couldn't walk, and he picked him up and said, go. And he was up and gone. His ankles received strength and he walked.
sight to the blind?
Sight to the blind. There are so many miracles that speak of the character of God. Did he just go to the richest and the coolest and the best dressed people to give miracles? Who did he seek out to share these gifts of miracles with?
Sinners.
Hoodlums.
Everybody. Everybody. So what kind of an example is that for all of us? Are we just kind to those people that are good and bright and shiny and popular? Or do we share our kindness, that light of Christ, that gift that we have been given and the counsel we've been given from God to be peacemakers and kind to everyone? Now, just like the scriptures, why do we read the scriptures every day?
Have a closer relationship with Jesus.
Have a close relationship with Jesus. What else?
Blessings.
What?
Blessings.
Blessings. What else?
I have
Hallie. Spiritually filled. Sadie. Follow Jesus. Great. Kyson. We want to know more about him. Kate.
It's a good reminder of his promises.
Reminder. Thank you. Everybody's was great, but that's what I wanted to get to. We read the scriptures every day to help us remember. If you read something once, most of us don't remember. So we read the scriptures time and time again. So we've talked about the miracles of Jesus. I would like to spend a minute and talk about our miracles. The miracles that we have been blessed with in our immediate family. Can you think of anything?
Being able to come to this house.
It is wonderful, isn't it? Do you like it?
Yep.
What other miracles?
We should be eternal, like work together.
We can be together forever. Great miracle. Zoe.
Our girls on the missions.
Our girls on on missions. I want to talk a minute about that.
Barbara's song.
I want to talk a minute about that.